Yo, welcome back to my channel. My name is Surk and I help people become their best versions of themselves. So that's me. But who are you? Have you ever asked this question? Who am I? Just pause this video, give yourself a couple moments. Now, actually, it would be way better if you ask yourself another question. Why am I this and that and that? You know, because that's way more powerful. You can be whoever, like literally anyone right now. Why? Because we have been faced with social conditioning throughout our entire lives, and people could have told us basically anything about us and we would believe them. Why? Because that's how we work. When we are a little kid, we're like a sponge, and anything anybody says to us, we believe them. Because, well, we don't have any information about this world, about life, and we gotta gather as much as possible. But the problem is that all these beliefs we have about ourselves may not really be true. And so the more we have them, the more we are disconnected from our core. And the core is actually who we are. Some of you probably already know that, especially if you've been watching my channel. But how do you find your true self? The most important thing you gotta know today is that you already are your true self. You have always been. This is your core, and core cannot be removed. Yeah, it can be sabotaged with all the beliefs inside our heads, which are like walls surrounding our heart. But heart is nonetheless gonna stay there. And all you gotta do is just to demolish these walls. How do you do it? It's a bit complicated in the beginning, but once you get the idea, once you started doing it, it becomes so easy. And so it's basically just realizing the problems or beliefs that are not a true part of you and then letting them go. A lot of people make a mistake that they want to get rid of them in their heads. But well, in our heads we think, and the thoughts come from our subconscious. So it's not really about thoughts, because well, the head, it's a secondary target. Now I talk like a general. Demolish them walls. Brains are a secondary target. But what I'm trying to say that thoughts come from our subconscious, and so we gotta know that thoughts are already a consequence of the problem. Sure, you may force to change your thoughts, which will as well ultimately change your subconscious, but the more powerful way to do it is to feel everything that is not a part of you. It may be a bit harder to concentrate on that because we are used to reading thoughts, we're used to focusing on thoughts, but really what you gotta do is focus on your core and everything that is in your subconscious. Subconscious is what is driving us in life, whether we like it or not, and it's built to do it unconsciously. Otherwise we would use way too much energy on life, you know. Okay, then how do you feel yourself? It's kinda hard to explain with words because words are thoughts translated into our language, but really feeling is about feeling yourself, and it's about shifting your focus from your brain to your heart. You need to practice that as much as possible. You know, the more you will do it, the easier will it become, and the easier will it become, well, you'll make more positive effect. What helped me the most was just during day-to-day life, whenever something would arise for myself, some feelings that weren't aligned with me, that I didn't like, I would just focus on them and try to see them for what they are, because they aren't me. They're only feelings inside me. Feelings which decide whether I will do something or not in a certain situation. That's a powerful thing, because most of us believe that we are our thoughts, that we are our feelings, but we are way more than that. Feelings and thoughts are a tool which our bodies use to orient in this world. While in this lifestyle, our souls are trapped, embodied in our bodies, and that's what we have to deal with. That it's nothing bad, that's just how human bodies work. But if we actually want to realize our true selves, well, we gotta work with that. Meditation is a very powerful tool, as I always say, and I will keep saying it, because when you meditate, you calm down your mind and your thoughts aren't as rapid anymore, so it becomes more fluid. And when your brain is more fluid, it is way easier to recognize all these feelings for what they are, because you aren't so attached to these thoughts. You know what I mean? It's kind of, again, hard to explain, but most of the time we're like so kind of dense, you know, we aren't relaxed. We're so focused on the outer world because that's what we're used to. But when we are so focused on this matrix. We believe that we live in this matrix, and it's very hard to see reality beyond what we are used to. I had a better vision for this video. I hope I was clear. It's still kind of hard for me to talk about these things because they're kind of complicated, but I just keep doing it because I have grown so much. And yeah, that's just another like tip. If you try for long enough, you will just succeed. I have been doing this for 2.5 years, and I didn't really get any direction from anybody. Even the videos I watched weren't really clear for obvious reasons, I guess. But it can get clear. I think people just have trouble explaining it in some way, but also it may be hard for you to believe other people. Because as long as you don't experience it for yourself, it will be just an idea. I didn't know what I was doing, but I was doing something for 2 years, and just like that, I came to a point where I was like, oh, I actually did some actual work on myself, which is funny, but also very cool. Try to find things that you actually love in your life that make your heart rate higher, as well as focus on what you don't like doing and just let it go. I'm gonna end it here, but thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.